Hey, welcome back, Cybergandhi. Well, what do we got here? I'm supposed to go into the Fell building because I had a gut feeling. Which should help me determine where the shot came from. Welcome back, Hard Trip. Do I want to tell Gart? I figure I should probably do anything else that I can before I go into that building, because that seems like plot way. You never know what's going to happen. I don't know if I could do most of these, though. Hey, we finished everything that we got on Tuesday. And we finished everything on Monday. Because nobody cares about the race enigma. Did you watch the last stream, Hard Trip? Oh. Disappointed. I got a lot done last stream. It was actually impressive. We got Kimball. I'm not actually calling him Kimball. I'm calling him Kimball in my head because it's that's just what I want to call him. Just like I'm Tequila Sunset, but I'll never say it out loud. We need to go talk to the strike guy over here. Really buff dude.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Oh yeah, I can talk to him about the tattoos too.
Don't think so.
It was on your kernel.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. You see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
So can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes, I do actually.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Bonito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
I'm not backing off.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason, the kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God, Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Okay, that's a little fucked up. You were there.
No, I was in the domain, in Jamrock, being a bouncer.
You're not really a scab leader, are you? I already know he's not, but...
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
They're gonna have it back.
Go ahead. All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
So, were you hired by Wild Pines?
Free flow of commerce!
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bog.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
I really need my gun.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Yeah, okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Let's just leave. So, there is a tribunal coming. For sure. I'll be helping the Hardy Boys. Because they really don't deserve to just be gunned down. They might not even been the ones who took the shot. Let's go see freaking Fatty over here. Mr. Everett.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
A member of the board? No. Is it an organ in the great state organism of war? Also looks just like me.
Eh? Why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today?
I did it, Everett. I turned it off.
What?
The shady brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it, now there's no alcohol.
Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me.
You know what? I'm just gonna tell him I'm not even gonna get his signatures.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to
Okay.
be working with you. Here,
He took that quite well, actually.
you need to get signatures from
What did you just give
Isabel
me?
Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the
Oh.
pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some
This is
trouble
about
with the
getting
door
them.
lock,
I
but
thought
it
I
should
already
be
agreed to
fixed
get them,
now.
and then I... Never mind.
Once you have
I
the
don't want to
signatures,
get them.
Mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta.
Oh, okay, well, I can just lie. He just gives them to me. Hang on. He's gonna know. But just mail them, then we can talk about my gun. I could just lie right now, and the game probably wouldn't know the difference. However, it doesn't make sense that I'd just be like, yeah, I mailed them already, even though I haven't even left the room. So, I'll leave for a little bit. I really don't want to help this guy. Kind of an asshole. Let's look at this.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40
Well, I can
month
find a loophole.
construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Let's look at it.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not the perfect solution, but
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Okay. Let's look for a loophole, I guess.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
What are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim. These people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Okay. I can't do it here because I'm like literally next to Everett's office. But it's an interfacing skill, which I'm decent at. Especially with my new gloves. I'll forge some signatures. If it illegitimizes the document. I'll sign it, Kimball and Tequila Sunset. Each one. Hey, you never know. It's my feet interfacing with the ground. I don't even have any ideas on where I would find the other pieces of the armor. The helmet was kicked into the sea, so it's probably on that little island. But I have no idea where the chest armor would be. Alright, so I'm gonna have no eyes in this building. Oh, I got 5 skill points now. I should probably level some stuff up at some point. Okay. Where's my trying to think, if I go see Ruby, she might try and kill me. Because she's terrified of me. I'm trying to think of what skill I would need to like talk her down, or it'd be like empathy. Authority. Am I missing did I have more interfacing stuff? Might have scrolled over it. Too busy thinking about other things. Reaction speed might be useful. Yeah, I seem to only have that little tiny bit. I don't know if that's good enough. I only get one chance at this, so.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
They might be watching me here, too. Where can I go that they wouldn't be watching me? My own room? To be honest though, if I try and sign it and I fail, check, and it looks like a shitty signature, I don't really care, to be honest.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Well, here's... What am I signing here? Am I forging the names of the people, or am I just putting fake names on here? What am I doing? Because I don't want to forge the names of the people and then like this thing actually goes through. And then they're out a home. Who's texting me? What does my journal say? Find someone to sign the document instead of the intended signees, or forge the signatures, but somewhere private where you feel safe enough to. You'll just, I feel like if I forge it, it would get them, it would get, let this project go forward. I kind of just want to get some random people to do it. But who? Joyce, you want to screw over Everard? I feel like she wouldn't do that, but
You're back.
you never know.
Good.
Who else is around here? Hey, Kuno. You want to sign these for me? Fuck some people over? Be hilarious if I could get Kuno to sign it.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
Hmm.
Give me a moment.
Hello again, officers.
Who the hell do I get to sign it? Wait, why does this have a dot now? Moss crawls on those bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Okay, that's actually kind of fucked up. Hey, Kuno's dad. You just want to sign this real quick?
The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing. The air in the room.
The curtain shifts just a little. Someone is watching from within.
is made of metal and
Yes.
appears to be no one.
Let's go.
I'm trying to find people to give signatures. It is a development across the river, but I don't want them to sign it because it signs over the zoning thing. They'll have a development built right next to their house, and then the noise will just like drive them out. So it says I can get other people to sign it, which would invalidate it, which would screw over Everard, which is what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to find other people that would sign it. Because I can forge them myself. And then find someone to sign the document instead the intended signees, which is what I'm trying to do. Because I'm worried that if I forge the signatures myself, that it would just progress the development, and I don't want to screw them over. Except I can't even ask anybody, so I don't know who I'm supposed to ask. What are your guesses? Because there could be people I'm forgetting about. I was gonna go ask them, but I was kind of waiting for later because I didn't complete their quest, because I can't complete their quest right now. Not strong enough to open the fridge.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want to know?
East Delta Pinball is now at the Whirling. Is that now the Whirling?
Yes, I guess so. The arcade is an ancient failure. Before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball. Sure, I'm good.
I can do hers. I think it was a shivers check to I think it was a shivers check to get close to that wall or whatever. Which I need to reset. Let me look at the fridge. I don't want to save scum. But I also really want to do that quest. Because these little cube things are interesting to me.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Hang on.
This orange
It's been open, it's been a couple days.
Still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The
Yeah,
ice
see, I can't even do it.
slowly melting.
Physical instrument -3. Oh my god. I can't do it right now because what is it's this one, I think. That's giving me -2. And I was really disappointed because this doesn't work. This is broken. It doesn't give me the inlaid empire. It didn't unlock the intelligence checks. It just doesn't work. I had so many intelligence checks, I was like really stoked about it. None of them unlocked.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man.
Because I could pass Mananas. He was like an 80% or something.
Looking for something, Aunt?
I was wondering if maybe the scabs would sign it. You know, to screw over the Union.
Right to.
Yeah, I could try her.
The woman. Girl child, you hear her say. Girl child. Girl.
Whatever. I'm not even gonna ask you. You're like fucking bride. Yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for last year.
Is this about the questions again?
No. You don't have anything. Have any tear?
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money
Oh, nice.
appears.
I gotta read my book too. My Dick Mullen book. Which is gonna end up passing a lot of time. I kind of need to pass time because this has got 5 hours left. And hopefully we're really close to the end of the day.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing.
Maybe I'll talk to him about it.
I love those.
I want to warn you that I may have discovered that the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
So you know of the curse.
Everyone knows of it.
Oh, the whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call, couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
Hold on, not once. Isn't that already a sign of the decline? No, let's not get fear in him right away. Yeah, no, perhaps. Maybe you will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the whirling, huh?
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Aha.
Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion.
So who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
And who named it Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateneers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
You watch your mouth.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
The one guy was eating kebab before he died, before he broke the board, smacked his head on the bench. Well, good luck to you.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Yes. No, I'm not even going to tell him. Let's go see her. See if she's willing to sign a thing. You know, we won't arrest you if you sign this this document. Clearly illegal. Exactly. She's got so many names.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
That's it. Who do I get the freaking forged signatures? I guess I'll go to the tent. Talk to the lady in the church too. Tell her that I still can't open the thing. Maybe she can like give me a tip. Let me retry the check. Even though I don't want to retry it right now because my physical instrument is real bad. What about you guys?
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Half-Light, huh? I'm gonna try that. If I fail, I fail. I'm gonna fail, because that's how it goes. They probably don't have much Half-Light. Maybe I won't try. Thought I had more. Okay, well, there's some Half-Light.
That ride is fucking.
Hey, piss. Look who it is.
42.
Shrunken
So I need
cophead material.
an 8.
No.
Oh my god.
Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
I mean, it did owe me. It's failed some pretty easy checks, like, quite often. Especially, look at Roy. So how?
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects and you're already aspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious.
Oh, thanks, Kim.
You're already planning a coup in the Skulls. You're destined to go far.
I can't believe he's helping out here. That's awesome.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls too, like you guys. We don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Alright, he wants me. No need for cruelty. Okay, I'll lower my voice. Yes, the jackets.
Oh, man. Okay, I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Oh, they look like such freaking losers now.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more of a piss faggot kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
You want to express your individuality?
I already am expressing my.
I'm not. I don't have a jacket anymore.
Good. I wanted you not to express yours.
Cold-hearted cop.
Still, it's good to know we have a pair in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are
You've
meant
said
to
that a lot.
complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world, all on its own, is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't believe I succeeded those. +1 drama, -1 authority. +1 half-light, -1 rhetoric. Yeah. Let me actually put my Dick Mullen coat back on. This list is getting pretty slim. I like it. There's still probably some quests like I didn't even discover. What are you? You're pretty shady.
Everything's still.
Roy?
Hello again. How can I...
Wait. Get a clothes cabinet there? Was that always there? Did I forget about it? Let's see what he's got. Or is that the traffic light thing that was lighting up? You know, playing through this once, I am actually really tempted to play it again. Doing like a totally different play style. Saving up to buy the stupid traffic light.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah? The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you. A giant sword
Man from Heimdall.
encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
Give her a sniff.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay. But please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
That's a rad Man from Heimdall t-shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
Got a lot in common. I'm a big fan of the Man from Heimdall too.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan,
Heimdall.
but I do think the Heimdall saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Heimdall really existed, but they're wrong.
What do you mean? The Man from Heimdall was real?
I mean, even if the man from Heimdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla. though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
That might unlock his check. How much you selling this shirt for?
2 real.
2 real? That's it?
Dirt cheap.
Yeah, couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
Why?
The man from Hjelmdal is a superstar. I'm a superstar. It would be perfect.
I suppose that makes sense, yes.
Holy shit, that worked.
Please go ahead and take it. Welcome to Hjelmdal.
Physical instrument +1, that's good. +1 shivers. -2 authority. Actually a pretty good shirt. Hell yeah. I need my this thing on. I swear to God that didn't exist before, that cabinet.
Hello again. How can I help you?
And it did unlock this thing. Okay, 83%. I got +2 from odd brain activity. Which means I should be able to pass this no problem now. Unless I roll double ones, which is highly possible. Where's my electrochem stuff? This thing. Blue jeans. These glasses. And then I think it's just these gloves.
Hello again.
Should be enough anyway.
How can I help you?
Only thing that will fail is double one.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
A Pyrrolidon? What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Huh. Is it just me or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster.
The hell's that?
Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
What's the People's Pile?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service. releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
What is a particle decay generator? Is it just a nuclear reactor?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Okay. Hey, you beat Electo. Nice. Electo is probably one of the harder fights in that game. Like, even at high level, he's just really hard. Why is it called the People's Pile? Because it's communist?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
That sounds pretty OP, actually, hard drive. It took me, I think, 3 hits with a weapon art to knock him down. Which is, if you give him that much time, then he's messing you up.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud, years getting sick.
Must have been tough. Radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
So whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
So how did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Can you imagine living in a city that just had a nuclear meltdown? You're like, I'm gonna move to this city. And people are like, no, don't move there. It's shit. You're like, yeah, we have fucking cancer in the air here. Like, how is it more shit than where we are? Thanks for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I'll come back after Kim's gone. I'll ask him. I feel like Kim's already disappointed enough in my drug use. So now that we're both done, Elden Ring, what was your favorite part? What was the highlight for you? Oh, I can retry this. Okay. Well, for me, my favorite part, even though it was probably one of the most frustrating parts until I respect myself, was the Radon fight, because that was pretty freaking cool. Especially the end. You know, just usually in these games, all the bosses you fight are like dicks or like they're not good people. Radon was like a celebrated hero. They had a festival to kill him because he's living in torment. I just thought that was really cool, and it was a nice change. And it took all them people multiple times to kill him. Let's go back to the bookstore. I need pain threshold, right? Is it pain threshold? Pain threshold, yes. Which the Man from Heimdall shirt does not give you. What was it about that one that pops into your head? Pain threshold. There's a pain threshold. That's all I got. It is true, it was a pretty huge lore reveal. One thing I don't understand is Millennia. She says she's the Blade of Mikola, but I'm pretty sure it's Mikola that is at the Temple of Blood being used by Mog. Why is she not out there killing Mog? Come on now. Why are we the bad guys?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Do any of these books call out to me? 83%.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you
nice.
flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
I thought that was Mikola. The lore is kind of hard to follow in those ones. Because they just sprinkle it out there. And it's so spaced out that it's kind of hard to piece it together unless you play it a couple times.
Between the throne and the Hyamdala man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hyamdal and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil women? No. Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles
Oh.
of Man from Hyamdal novels.
It's 9. Why 9? So expensive. I have to go sell something. Wait, I do have something to sell. Oh, I can only sell it for 6 though. I might need this. All of these things, I look at them and like, I might need them. I feel like I could sell this though. It's worth 50.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it could be. It actually probably is likely it's these guys. Because they want to build in a church, and I'm sure that the church would be demoed. This production goes through, so they'd want to fuck it over.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal?
Oh yeah, maybe these guys can help me. It's gonna take some time.
All right. Do what you gotta do, man. We trust you. If you need any help, let us know.
I need some help. How do I let you know?
Yes? What's the deal? But do let us know if something... Goodbye, officer. Huh? I see you're here again. Officer.
Who do I talk to for these signatures?
Hello again.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
Considering what we're trying to do here, this doesn't look like a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club, and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
No, go over here. Ice cream maker's locked. Them saying they would help me didn't unlock the thing, fortunately.
Yes, what is it?
Anyone suspicious? Woman named Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. It is true.
But the offsite copy he asked me to bring. I couldn't get it open.
Can't you just defrost it? Or,
I did.
know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
I don't know if that's referring to the giant freaking can opener I have or not.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting.
Hello again.
I might end up having to look this up because there doesn't seem to be any people. I think this will be like the first thing I had to look up. Maybe the drunks. I'm gonna try a few more people here. Or the kids. Maybe I can get a kid to sign it with crayon.
The scruffy-haired little boy.
Hello, mister.
You want to sign this paper?
Bye.
Tequila Sunset.
Could you and your pals sign this document?
What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it.
The way he says that, it sounds like it's going to be when he signs it. He's forging a thing here as well. I don't want this thing to go through. I feel like no matter what I do, it's going to make this development happen. Mm-hmm. So it shouldn't be valid because the landowners aren't the ones signing it, but I don't know if he's signing it with his name or if he's forging a signature. A second here. I will save scum this because I don't want him to like forge a signature. That's not what me as a character would be asking him to do. I would just be asking him to sign it with his name.
I got a freebie when I purchased a whole carton of cigarettes.
The writing under the tiny crown logo reads, Royal Extra.
Apparently he's got one.
Thanks, Rosie.
Okay, good. He signs an idiot doom spiral. That's all I wanted. I need at least 2 signatures.
Hey, Abs! Abs!
The man mumbles incoherently.
Apparently don't need the pen.
Hey! Goddamn Abigail is here. Wake up! Wake up!
He's completely out of it.
Damned. That's what we have Rosemary for. You can help, right?
Sure, I can fucking help. You need a signature. I got you a signature.
In uppercase letters, don't call Abigail. Idiot doom spiral. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted.
Not exactly an expert forgery. Don't call Abigail. Would have signed something more like, don't call Abigail.
Then a great service to the village.
Hey, guys. We're heroes.
About fucking time, man. I've done my duty.
The incapacitated drunk lay there snoring like an ancient rusting tractor.
Thank you for your services, gentlemen. Should we go and mail these? I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
That's it. Mailbox Plaza. Got it. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted stupid signatures on this thing. I don't know how the legal system thing works here, but that should not be a legitimate document. Like signing it, go fuck yourself.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I knew we'd get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
In it goes.
Drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slut Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
Yep.
Right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Exactly. We'll be gone. Everett's gonna get the rejected thing back. It's just gonna say idiot doom spiral and don't call Abigail. He just asked me to get signatures. He didn't tell me who. My mission's accomplished. They were in the fishing village. Where's my patch to fix my stupidly large tool? And my broken thoughts. Alright, I mailed your thing.
Mr. Dubois,
It has signatures on it.
Worker, to hell with it. Every worker is white. Now, what can I do for you today?
What? Every worker is white? I've mailed the signatures.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great
That's
job
fast.
today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Judging from how happy he is, it looks like you did it. He doesn't appear to suspect trickery. Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
I'm not expecting much here, but can I get my gun?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago.
Oh
Withholding
my
this
God.
information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
You bastard.
Your gun is with an old woman. I hear she's a character, so watch out.
Huh?
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway.
The timeline doesn't add up. It was found 2 days ago. I've been here, this is like day 4 now? Something like that. And I like discovered my gun was sold in like day 2, which was 3 days ago. But he says 2 days ago it was found.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Ooh, wait. It's an old woman. Who is this? Wait, she was waving it around at people.
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry.
Oh, God.
No one got hurt.
It sounds like a very disturbed and desperate individual. We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh,
The only old lady I know is the one who's renting to me. I definitely don't know somebody named the Pigs.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
Have I looked at Tunic? I don't think I've even heard of that. Let me see here. Oh, it came out today, or yesterday. Could be good. I like that it's got the tags for Metroidvania and Souls-like, and exploration. Well, that's my wish list. Think about it. Maybe we'll buy it later. Still gotta buy some games for the JRPG sale. I haven't totally settled on what I want to buy. Death's Door was great. I didn't look at the developer when I went into Death's Door, so I wasn't expecting like a connection to another game, and it was connected directly to their first game, and I thought it was a surprise to me. I thought it was super cool.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Okay.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Did you order the hanged man killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
Yeah, why are you so fat?
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids. Good job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
So what do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Sounds like you don't know anything. Have you ever heard what two giant Ceres hornets can do to an entire colony of bees? They destroy it.
I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies.
I did know that. That also is at the sacrifice of a lot of fucking bees.
He crosses his hands contently, thinking of the interior temperature of the wasp rising.
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1, and that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, The fascists hate them. Even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
I mean, this is why I'm kind of siding with you. Because fuck mercenaries.
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not gonna give nothing. We're gonna take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're gonna take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
I would say yes, just because you can carry your saves forward if you decide to replay them. But it's also something that you can wait to own, because you're not looking to play them.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
So who killed the hangman?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
He really doesn't know. A guy, huh?
What do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
He really doesn't.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
And how are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
You can't possibly hope to continue like you have. Clients will leave en masse.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
In bulk shipping, large volume column is a major buyer, a shark.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
It's Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share.
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
I'm gonna have to report this. Just because I don't like you.
Yes, of course. And while you're doing that, please go ahead and also tell the Wild Pines. I want to hear them squeal from the indignity. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
It would still be illegal.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight.
I'm not a capitalist. The working man would be a socialist. You know what? I'm not feeling a whole lot of Revachol here. Not what it was.
Harry, the future I have in store for Martinez will have all the macho aesthetics you love so much. The crowns, the guns. I will even slip in a skull and bones for you, my friend.
Oh yeah, skull and bones. Skull and bones on the Revacholian flag. The Revacholian Death Squad. Oh yeah, the visual image has completely bedazzled you. You're 100% with Everard now.
Can I ask you about the specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big time mode, Harry. Great, Harry,
Oh, that's it.
great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Oh, you're gonna be pretty mad.
Has been so
In about a
great.
week.
I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Alright. Alright, so we're gonna have to go see the pig, whatever their name was, tonight.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
That's still a really long greeting, Leo. You seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone.
Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Yeah, tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
South Safari. A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made too.
Yep. What about Mignana?
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes.
What game? Don't think you ever showed that to me. It might have been in a Humble Bundle. Because I just went through and claimed like 2 years worth of Humble Bundles. I've never actually heard of this game. Looks interesting. By the way, I was going through my whole bundles. Do any of you want a copy of Borderlands 3? Because I already own it, and it was in last month's Humble Bundle. Or the month before. I think he owns it as well. Oh, he does not. I shall give it to him. You know, give me 1 second here, real quick.
Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
And Titus?
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice friendly sort old Titus is.
And tell me about Mr. Everard.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
Okay. What about Renee?
The night guard. He was a peculiar fellow. Headstrong and proud. We didn't really talk all that much. He died recently. Something with his ticker.
Yep.
Sure, mister.
That's it. Okay, we're up to 6 extra points here. Why is this orange again? You really want me to read this, huh? Okay, confront the pigs. Get your gun back. Okay, but that's actually really nice. So if I level up some skills, which one should I get? This is like being a cop. I feel like I should level up some cop skills, like I should get some hand-eye coordination or reaction speed. I'm just worried about a crucial red check when I go see Ruby, because she hates me, and I'm worried she's got a gun and she's gonna shoot me. But it might help if I have my own gun. I think I'll read this Dick Mullen book. Place seems like a nice warm place to read a book.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
I kind of really like them all. They're all really good. I mean, Encyclopedia's, I think, my favorite because it comes up the most often and it gives me all this like little lore snippets.
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are 2 silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise nicely. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is a suspect.
Are you really reading that, detective?
I really need to know who this Dick Mullen guy is.
Good luck finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find. Just a stand-in for the reader.
The point is for the reader to feel like they're solving the crime along with Dick Mullen. A crude narrative convention, but no less effective for it.
Sounds like this game. Alright.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Elysium coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights. An extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers of the law, but also extremely accurate in your case.
At least I'm trying, at least.
Give it time. You'll fall off the wagon sooner or later.
All right.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
It doesn't make any sense. The cops released their prime murder suspect so he could find the real killer. Are you shitting me?
What's the matter, detective?
I don't know who's writing this shit, but I get the feeling they aren't experts on homicide investigations.
The lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be accurately represented in art and literature. They're not shitting you, detective. This is what the writers think passes for police procedure.
Turns out that a memory I forgot was that I'm the author of Dick Mullen, and here I am reading these books, and like, these are stupid. The guy who wrote these is stupid. Okay, so Mullen didn't do it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneva.
Nice, a dame.
And not just any dame. She's truly one in a million, a knockout whose mind is as dangerous as her curves. But she's got a secret.
Who doesn't?
Secrets are the currency of human relations.
All right, it's getting interesting.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
But tell me about the corrupt police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
Right, let's hear about this politician's son.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height, and while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
And this art collector.
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle? One evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms. Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer.
Yeah, how does Mullen expect to solve the murder if he's sleeping with the witnesses?
The man's a prosecutor's nightmare. Solving a murder counts for nothing if all the evidence gets thrown out in court over police misconduct.
Literally all the evidence he collects would be thrown out because he was the prime suspect. He could be fabricating all of it. Alright, I'm not sure I'm happy with this, but Maybe the story will turn around. No, you know what? He's a superstar cop. I'm in with the superstar cop.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Deanna Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you." Always aim for the center of mass. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
Fuck.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullen didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Wait, I've got some questions
What
first.
is it, Detective?
Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up dead?
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close.
You fucking Batman? Like, what the hell? Why did he become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Was I not born to be a detective?
For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Why bother solving crimes when the world is so evil?
Is it really so evil, Detective?
I guess there are parts worth saving.
Like what?
You know it's all about the drugs.
There are worse things in the world than the pursuit of chemical pleasures. But there are better things, too. What's a book know about real pleasure? What's better than feeling your mesolimbic pathway flood your mind crevices with pure dopamine? Why are you even still reading this garbage? There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
I didn't actually mean to click that again. My finger twitched. Twitchy finger. Alright, so why is he like that?
Dick Mullen was made to crack skulls and solve cases. It's who he is. He could no more stop being a detective than a tiger could cease to be a predator in the night. For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Alright, no more questions.
So, who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
The obvious choice was the politician's twat son. But I feel like that's too obvious. Chunky art collector had a thing for her, I think. So he might have been jealous when he saw her with the Mullen's friend, killed him, and then in a rage when he saw her with Dick Mullen, and just decided to kill her. Frame Dick Mullen. But I'm gonna go with the obvious one, the politician's twat son.
Could be. Who knows? Only one way to find out.
It's gonna be, or some third character that hasn't even been introduced yet. Reintroduce the last freaking page.
You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough.
Oh my god. I guess I never know.
Pages scatter across the floor. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Now I'll never know.
Too bad, detective. If it's any consolation, the resolution is almost never very satisfying. And on that note, perhaps we should get back to making sense of our own case?
Last year, more than 71% of murders in Revachol went unsolved. In Revachol West, that number was closer to 85%. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
That's disappointing. That was a really high reaction speed check. Even if you pass that, it'd probably still, like, not give you the answer. I think I'm at a point where I just got to kill some time here. I don't want to go attempt to see Ruby until I guess I'd possibly get my gun back here tonight. So let's go pawn that cube. And then we'll go buy the $1 Man book. And then the religion book.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking
Pockets.
of selling?
This here. On for 50. I think that's all I really want to sell. Still the armor.
Time, perhaps.
But the armor's really good. There's 2 interfacing skill, it's pretty decent. Do you know the ending? The Dick Mullen book?
Esteemed officer, and welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Yeah, this Dick Mullen book fell apart before I got to the end. You have another copy?
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just don't have the durability. I would be happy to sell you another one, but unfortunately, it's the last copy we had in stock.
Of course. Of course. You'd probably go around with like a hairdryer,
Is brimming with worn
drying out all the freaking glue.
An extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Kimball somewhere.
softening the glue, letting it dry out after. Just so the books fall apart, people have to come back and buy another one. Alright, so let's buy The Man from Helmdall and The Devil Woman.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
Let's just read it right here. So, the frontispiece of this old paperback features a muscle man in chains kneeling before a salacious-looking woman on a regal seat. Bonfire lies between the throne and the man, casting shadows on the wall. Hiccup. And the shadow of the vixen's headdress looks like a pair of demonic horns.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Helmdall man.
Alright, that cover, what does it say?
The jacket copy proclaims, Man from Helmdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Helmdall can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Helmdall be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?
Alright, let's find out.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Helmdall,
No, we want to read the whole thing.
Two Zweihanders is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written? You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Oh shit, gritty and heroic.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Helmdalla tribe. From the village of Helmdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Give me more.
Man from Helmdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
Onward.
The steel muscles of Man from Helmdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home.
Holy shit. This is so me.
A passage reads, The man from Helmdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Helmdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles. Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Helmdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, I have grand plans for you, man from Helmdall. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Helmdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
This is epic.
In the final pages, Man from Helmdall mounts Galavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Helmdall and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
Where? What? You can't do me like this.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperback.
Lady, I need the next edition.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to
Oh, what do we got here? No sane person would ever put their head into such a machine. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, I think it's just grabbing things through the wall here. Yeah, because before it was mentioning this painting. And now it's mentioned in this chair. Was it in this one or was it in this shelf?
Store is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies
What is
of
it? Yeah,
famous people.
What are these about?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
What the hell is she talking about?
Shelves
Her
full
books.
of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
I'm interested in that Greatest Innocence book.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
We still got 40 real, which seems like it's a pretty decent amount. The Greatest Innocence. This dusty tome brings knowledge on the history of innocences. It is written by one, I don't know how to say that. Wow, I don't know. Paulo Solomao Lopez de Fuego, a Mexican fascist who tries to reach a conclusion on which the innocences is the coolest in the world.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão
It is João,
Lopes
okay.
de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Alright, let's crack open this immense tome.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready? That's
why
the
not?
Spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
Yes. Okay. That's so. Then give me all the hints you got.
A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first innocence. Thanks for nothing.
I was gonna say, yeah. He didn't actually help there.
Dolores Day. Dolores.
Thank you, Pain Threshold. You at least gave me some answer.
Incorrect. Dolores Day.
Fuck.
Humanism, international, and the Western state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flesh silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps?
I don't know how to say your name, but welcome to the channel.
Stay clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this. Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
I don't know Sola?
Incorrect. Sola was
Damn it.
anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called an anti-innocence. Sola resigned after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed her for not taking the side of the left during the turn-of-the-century revolutions. Innocences don't usually resign. Care to try again?
The Percarnassian?
Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Vesper Messina. Yeah, try again. I trust you got my back. Right, Encyclopedia? You're not gonna keep fucking me?
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world. A literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least the parts that matter.
Yes. So interesting, but I thought you'd give me the answer to the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
No, not at all.
Damn. Dolores.
It's not Dolores. Okay, pain threshold. You're just trying to get me to lose my morale. Vesper Messina.
Incorrect. Vesper Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the south.
This time it's going to be Dolores, isn't it?
Occident. It used to take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vesper and Messina. Care to try again?
Franco Nero?
Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but
I guess that makes sense.
At the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence? Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
Are you going to be helpful this time? I could use a hint.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericanacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members. There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false.
It's actually Dolores.
No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true.
All right, then, fine. Defend the despicable?
Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. Would you try again?
Kedra? Even though it's a country? I don't know.
Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation in the mid-northern area of the Mawindi Isola, north of the Occident, between the Ilmarin mountain range and the Pacentic Mare Interregnum. Care to try again?
Right? Erno Pasternak.
Correct. There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erenau.
At least I get all this lore.
He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind.
Now, pain threshold. Listen to me. You're going to say Dolores. Don't.
I've got it. Honest.
Okay, hit me. Encyclopedia.
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
And you're absolutely certain of this.
Zero doubts. While it was actually her.
Encyclopedia, you get one chance here.
Incorrect. While Franco Negro
You son of a bitch!
churches and cathedrals, and while many people, especially the Mesk, consider him a father figure, due to his militarism and nationalism, João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego argues differently. Another choice, perhaps? Oh yes, militarism and nationalism. My bad. Yes, obviously.
Erno Pasternak.
Incorrect. He was a violent...
It was actually Dolores this time?
Torture,
Crying out loud.
kill whoever stood in his way. He was also a false innocence, disqualifying him from being the greatest and most important and most precious to humankind. Would you like to try again?
I guess this one was pretty easy to figure out because it's for she is the innocence of humanism. So most important to humankind.
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow, and more beautiful. And more beautiful. And more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get
0.
An F for failure. Ha ha ha. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Yeah, damn you, you arrogant book.
What's going on with you?
Thinks it's so smart. God damn.
Okay.
You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers. Wasteland
There we go.
of reality. Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years, though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
What do we get? -1 physical instrument from insomnia, -1 inlaid emperor for being sober, -1 suggestion for being boring, +1 psyche, return to the self, no positive effects from alcohol. So these cancel out. And then I get 2 others for empathy and empathy. I get 3: empathy, esprit de corps, and authority. But I lose a physical instrument. I'm not really built for physical instruments, so did it actually count here? I guess it just counts towards psyche, which, yeah, it's at 4 now, so. Yeah, I get 1. Oh, I get suggestion as well. There's I get 4 points for losing 1, which I think is worth it. I'm already not a physical instrument. Gonna make getting that ice cream machine thing open a lot harder. Which is something I really want to do. So we're pretty close. 2100. We need 2200. There's really nothing else I could do at the moment. What is this? There's just new bubbles popping up. Dribble between the thighs of a page, if a page 3 girl. Something. That wasn't a sigh bubble, though. That was a, what's that? That was a Motorix bubble. Alright, so what do I do with my time here? I think I'm going to put a point in conceptualization. Because I can do Tommy again, and I can look at that backyard wall. What do I got? This coat? That's actually all I got. Oh, here we go. That's +2. There was no minuses in there, was there?
Still here.
Tommy.
Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Hit him with my best verse.
Wait. There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
Mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Or did you learn it in school? More importantly, who can prove if you did? Go with it. You deserve some acclaim.
I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
I think I might be an actual poet, and I've learned it by heart. I think they're mine. They're mine. They're 100% mine.
Fucking A. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation
I don't know
for real
if that's real or not.
The others here.
I can't say I know a thing about poetry. Cops are human too.
Yeah, I guess I owe you an apology for thinking otherwise. And again, great shit.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
Did this unlock the mirror? This is huge. Oh my god. It unlocked a lot of things. Stained glass windows back open, backyard wall. Well, that's conceptualization. Steban. It did not unlock the mirror. The one thing I was expecting it to unlock. So it should be time for the backyard wall right now anyway. Let's conceptualize.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Tough.
Because you see it.
Yes.
Finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows.
Good day for checks.
The colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into my pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God. O Wall Father.
Kim, I must paint this wall. Add even more beauty to it.
Huh? He sounds tired of it all.
This is my first playthrough, yeah.
You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I already have the paint. I just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull.
If you must.
He is not impressed, but it must go. Maybe I should take some drugs before I do this. Cindy, we're best friends, right? You're gonna give me a paintbrush?
Hello again, officer.
Please?
Have you come to admire my mural?
I've come to create my own.
What for?
For art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about?
Grand art, deluxe art, the artsiest art, the most groundbreaking, the...
Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off.
Crush a man's dream like that. You see, you'll see, you will all see, and tremble.
Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck. Everything really.
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going to blow her fucking mind.
I'm going to create a highly detailed skeleton of an ancient bird that went extinct 100 million years ago.
She squints her eyes.
And then I'm going to paint it red using heavy fuel oil. And then I'm going to fucking light it on fire.
On fire?
It's the Phoenix, get it? What do you say?
I say, sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that.
But I thought you'd like my idea.
I like your idea. Should have thought of it myself. I don't need this kind of competition in my neighborhood.
What was that? Conceptualization, just like, he was going to say something, and I just heard like a thump sound, and he just died. But Cindy, art is bigger than either of us.
Then get your brush from fucking art.
Oops, my apologies. I guess I was trying too hard. You're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her? Maybe try a different approach.
I'm going to have to take that paintbrush from you, kiddo.
And I need an aircraft carrier. So what?
A look of weary determination. I'm gonna stand here until you hand over that brush. It's like it's less intimidating. It just feels more like my character.
Have you got any kids? Because you sound like the world's saddest dad right now.
That's exactly what I was going for.
But fine, take the brush. I'm all out of fuel oil anyway.
You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Time to get to proper work, artiste.
Catch you later, Cindy. Maybe I should do this when Kim's not around. He's not going to be happy about the whole vandalism, lighting it on fire thing. He's already unimpressed with all the stupid shit I do. Okay, just give me your brush. Add even more beauty to the wall. You know what? We're just gonna go do it. Kim can admire this beauty. I don't have a ladder. I don't know how I'm going to accomplish this, but let's give her a go.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be?
I love you, Kuno.
Quite a few things come to mind.
No barking. Nothing beautiful is going to happen. Renee lives. Ooh. Some of these are pretty good choices. I kind of want to draw the 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. This one's kind of poetic. I was just getting over my poetry thing there. How come this wall has the W flange beam sticking out of it? Yeah, let's try the doing this. I can't bring myself to click on it. I'm torn between the poetic thing or just a picture. Seems like a 2010 movie reference. I don't know what movie that is. I don't really watch movies. Sequel to 2001. I haven't watched 2001 either. Oh, I'm torn between 4 and 5. I'm aware of what 2001 is just from pop culture. I can't let you do that, Dave, and all that. But I've never watched it. What do you guys think? Which one? 4, 5, or 6? I'll go with. Or even 7. 4, 5, 6, or 7. I could go for either one. I'm really bad at making decisions. You like 4, so let's say 4, 7. I see a lot of 4s. Okay, we'll go with 4. We just did a poetic thing, so let's just keep going with poetic here. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? What is that?
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
That only took like a minute. Alright. We left our mark. I was really tempted about Renee Lives as like a statement. He was like an old communard. You know, Renee might be dead, but communism lives kind of thing.
Hello again, officers. Have you
I
come
can't
to
even,
look at my mural?
Are these guys up here right now? I know it's like, I can't even remember what time. Was it 2100 sharp or was it 2200 sharp? They're not here. So I really just need to pass some time. Hour and 20 minutes. Because I want Kim to be there when I go for my gun. Because, you know, she's going to have a gun. I'm going to have nothing. At least Kim has a gun. If it comes to that. Assuming freaking Everett wasn't just lying to me. See if Conan here likes my graffiti.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Up as bad to the bone, Kuno, rotten to the core.
Kuno's part is. You're just shit at life. Now what Kuno?
Oh, that's fun. That's funny. Alright, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What other checks did I have? Oh, I can do the mirror now. It is unlocked. Yeah, oh, and the stained glass window. Okay, we got a couple. Was that conceptualization too? No, that was encyclopedia. So I better go do my mirror first. Before Kim disappears. See if I can stop this grid. Need electrochemistry. That. These pants. I already got the gloves on and the glasses, okay.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face.
Oh, I got
You're still not
poetry.
accustomed to it.
So it did unlock when I did the poetry. It just didn't unlock like right away for some reason. Let's do this.
It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you. An old mirror hangs on the wall.
The grin is gone. Just a sad old man. Alright, let's go get religious now. Encyclopedia. I don't remember what clothes were encyclopedic. I know I had a pair of glasses that was like +2. These ones. -1. Dick Mullen's hat was the other one. Okay, so I got no negatives. We're up to 8 encyclopedia. Which seems pretty good. Okay. Church is the other way. Actually, I could just, travel.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Right, how did I know that this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Yep, alright, give me 1 sec. I gotta take a real quick break here. Right back. Yes, what exactly is an innocence? I read a book, but it was fuzzy.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
So when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
So what else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir Laclay. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Alright, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale, a costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want more. Give me more. Why couldn't you help me out like this during the goddamn quiz? Encyclopedia? All this info here?
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supramuindi, altogether 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Her crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit, in Vespa Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this Secret Service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents.
The Insulindian Phasmid.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Huh. Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Theriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefreiter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
He's not human.
Okay. This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in. We should conclude our business and move on.
That's a kind of fucked up story.
Hey, her innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What? Yes, I remember, but what?
You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Win who back? Can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
Okay, whatever. You know what? This is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Offer figurines to Dolores Day. If you meet her in person, she deserves more. You should offer her any and all you have one day. If you meet her in person, what an odd task to give yourself, but here we are. Okay. That is quite odd, I will say. You know, I know we went on this crazy side quest for the Insulindian Phasmid, but I feel like that's connected. Like the Insulindian Phasmid is a master of disguise, right? I'm not crazy, you're crazy. I need to go buy figurines now.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the big men on big horses, clad in a long, long time ago.
I've been through that. Figurine and rags.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Meant to give us hope, yes.
Maybe.
I guess I can't buy them.
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Yeah, I don't think I ever actually looked at this. Let my gaze run over
The
it.
light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
I don't have a living room, but yes. That is street light.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
If anyone's the innocence here, it's Kim. Where did you get
It
this?
was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Yeah, I wish I could buy it, to be honest. 700's quite steep, though. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. We need to kill 1 hour. How can I go about killing an hour? Yeah, I can't do that until an hour. Yeah, and I don't have any of these I can do. I really don't know where this volition one is in Joyce's dialogue. Also, they need to move her thing down here. I am really curious what this cube is. Yeah, I feel like I'm just like... I don't know, wasting time if I do that. I feel like there's something I could accomplish. I should have bought that other $1 Man book. Where's the bench around here? What do we got going on here? Door's closed for today. Time to put the kids to sleep. Where's your bench? Kim, why are you so far ahead of me? Seriously though, where's the bench? Can't sit on that one. I know there's one way over here.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly...
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, but I want him here. How can I pass an hour with him still here?
The greatest innocence. Browsing through the book, your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well. It's
that past time.
Probably for the best. It was the greatest innocence. Browsing through the book, your educational survey is done. Probably.
That's another 15. Here we go. Kim's like, what are you doing?
The greatest innocence by Joao. Browsing through the book again. Your educational survey is done. Probably for the best. The greatest innocence by Joao. Browsing through your educational survey. Probably for the best.
Perfect. Okay. 2200 sharp. So first, I'm gonna go see Steban. I wanted to do it without Kim, but it's 2200 sharp, and I need Kim afterwards. Oh yeah, what was that check? I should probably get dressed before. Composure. It's an impossible one, though. I don't know if I can succeed on it, unless I got some good bonuses. Okay. Fans are good for composure. This jacket, for some reason. Okay. +3, good. I tell you now, be cool. Be cool.
The gendarme returned.
You're exactly on time.
What do you need?
72%. And I'm a proud bookshop ruminant. I've been succeeding a lot today, so I don't have high hopes for this one, but we'll give it a go.
What's there to be scared of? You've really been cracking the books these last few days.
Nice.
You can go toe to intellectual toe with any reading group in Martinez. You've spent a not inconsiderable amount of time arranging the works in your mental library by theme and period. All the ideas and references you'll need are ready at hand.
I don't really know if I've read a lot. I read a comic book, basically, a graphic novel. And I read a Dick Mullen book that fell apart and I didn't even get to finish it. And then I read a book that I didn't know any of the answers to, so...
Now, chin up. You've got this.
So this is just the group I've been looking for. When do we start?
Oh, you want to start now? Sure, we can manage that.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your favor.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform. Why don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in, and we'll just see where the conversation goes.
I'm more into practical books, books that help me understand the real world.
Aha, a real old-school pedestrian materialist. Alright, we'll play along. So what sort of practical works are we talking about?
Just consider the cockatoo, for instance. How much do you really know about what they're like?
Cockatoos. Fascinating. So tell us what you gathered from your ornithological researches.
This is a good start. They're starting to loosen up. You feel relaxed and in control. This is a subject where you hold all the advantages.
And that's how I discover that, at heart, I'm really just a regular bang-bang kind of guy.
I have to say, I never realized humans and cockatoos have so much in common. It makes sense though. Mazovianism stresses the essential continuity between humanity and nature. So anything you find in one should be reflected in the other. What's the exact quote, Uli?
I believe it's, "Man is the mirror of the world."
These kids are eating out of your hand, practically. Another quarter of an hour disappears. The questions come rapid fire, but you have an answer for every one. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. The interview must be reaching an inflection point.
Don't you think, though, that you can only really understand current events if you have a firm background in history and political theory?
There might be something to that. I recently finished The Greatest Innocence. Yeah.
Don't think I'm familiar with it. Give us a quick summary, if you don't mind.
And you call yourselves readers.
Now's your chance to end this interview on a high note. You quickly gloss Lopez de Fuego's essential argument, peppering it with your own commentary and asides. Like a river emptying into the sea, the discussion winds its way toward the character of the Innocence herself.
But then, any critical account of Dolores Day's reign has to seriously reckon with her atrocities in Margartania and La Vuelta, during the Mesk secession, don't you think?
Yeah, honestly, I did get the impression there was something inhuman about her.
The whole Innocentic system practically requires that. Without true gods, we are made to set them up for ourselves.
If he wants a real critical history, he's got to read on the material conditions of the Mirovan Boilermakers.
He's so good. Brutally revelatory. In any case, I think we've heard enough. We could use someone with your perspective in the group, with just a bit more theoretical foundation. I think you'll be making real contributions.
Yes, I would say he's got serious potential at least.
And with that, welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez. Here's your first assignment. It's an overview of inframaterialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
I'll add it to my very extensive reading list.
You're going to fit right in, I think. Come back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m.
All right.
You'll be sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts.
I got one more book to read. That's nice. What is this? A concise introduction to inframaterialist theory intended for a general audience. You can tell this particular copy spent a lot of time in someone's back pocket. And then get myself organized. Nice. We need 4 minutes to pass. Oh, 2200. Yeah, you're right. We're good. Okay, where is it? I don't think I actually know where. Let me go outside and I'll take a look. Must meet her near the old fish market. So that must be the boardwalk. Get your service up and back. Walk past the fishing village until you see the board. Okay, it is the boardwalk. She's supposed to be crazy. I feel like I might need like some authority or something. Or maybe a esprit de corps. I don't know, it's really hard to guess what skill would be used because there's so many. I'm gonna put this my RCM one on bed. I don't actually have any clothes that give authority. I just have clothes that take away authority. Let's get perception. Let's get interfacing. suggestion, actually. I have -1 from this white shirt. Well, I have no negatives from anything. What about glasses? Maybe a bit of empathy instead of encyclopedia. Alright, we'll go with this. I don't really know. I don't know what to expect here. I need to convince her to give me my gun back. Is that her? The fuck is that? Let's just save. I don't know what the hell I'm getting into here.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Under a mountain of police paraphernalia, mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pace. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
I'll raise my hands.
He is to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear and the threat! Fear and the threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
Man, we just want to talk to you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina,
Oh my god.
and rectum.
Yes, I have both a foreskin and a vagina.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening, as long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
You have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts.
Hand-eye coordination. Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's the goddamn police shitbag. Hug the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance. Suspect alert. Get on the ground.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot. Big red key. Big red key.
Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this. What happened to make her like this? Yes, sure, but also in a less abstract way. The neurodegenerative disease I mentioned earlier.
Ma'am, we're here to help. Tell us what's wrong.
The woman looks at you, but through you, like you don't exist. Her eyes gleam feverishly, and the rotating police beacon lights reveal deep scratch marks on her cheeks.
Has she just been here every night doing this? Or like, I don't know if I've come here at night.
Recent, self-inflicted.
This is the police. Unlawful engagement. Hands on the ground.
So this is what the weather's like on the other end of a cop's gun.
She probably has to deal with what Kim was telling me about before, about how like the police came here and like shot the place up or whatever. I hear you, ma'am. Look, hands going on the ground.
Fascinating. See, this is what happens when we are not around.
All right, you're not the police. We are the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harry Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. Oh, no. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth.
Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has nothing to do with what's happening here.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
I mean, if I take something out, she's gonna say I'm taking out like a gun or something. I'm in full RCM lieutenant's uniform. And look at my partner. He's just wearing whatever. We got the rectangles, right? We're cops.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
Let's deal with this later. Hand-eye coordination.
We can't leave. The delirious civilian is pointing a firearm at us.
Oh, you won't let me.
You need to solve this.
Kim, I just want to put clothes on. 42%.
Alright, this is how
Oh, thank God.
you hurl the tear bag in her face, already darting right, and immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist. No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The gun, all three barrels, red and blue light shining through. It's not loaded.
Kim, I'm almost certain there are no bullets in that gun.
I've been thinking that too, but it's impossible to tell for certain in these lighting conditions.
Ma'am, the weapon you're holding is mine, and I know it has no bullets. She squeezes the trigger. Wait.
This is a police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. What is this? Police don't always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
I'm taking it.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
This linden-headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is grinding to a halt. Tired of walking the desert, it doesn't want to feel or think anymore.
Forward. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
You know, I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for
The
you.
scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why would she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8 and loneliness.
Neurodegenerative disease.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
You know what? Titus does sound like the man for the job. I don't really want to endorse the Hardy Boys. Like, I'm pretty sure I know why she's like this, but I can't say it, so. So yeah, Titus.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. Exactly. With only the voice of Gareth Morand to accompany her on Channel 8. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There
Oh my
were
God.
narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them? Do.
No, I'm just taking the cab.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
I think so.
Lieutenant nods.
Leave her be. I'm not taking the drugs with Kim here. Oh, there's some authority. It's actually kind of a stupid hat. Also, this shirt's stupid too. Yeah, I've been really lucky with these checks today, so that was very fortunate because it was a red check. I feel like if I failed that, I don't know, Kim would have shot her or something. And yeah, they are gone. Is there anything else I had to do at night? Yeah. Without whispering that it was not loaded, she would have attempted to shoot and Kim probably would have shot back. If I didn't whisper. Alright, Kim.
Getting cold.
Oh, hang on. I was gonna check. There's none of these that required. Oh, the Feld mural could be tested again. Checked again. I don't know if it's because it's night. Just in case it's because it's night. Equip this when times are most dire. I don't have any bullets for it though. Whoops. Where the heck is the Feld building again? Over here somewhere. Didn't crash every nice motor carriage. Never know, maybe it was me. Maybe I stole somebody else.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical
Shivers.
R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Confronted the pigs. Okay, so just confronting the pigs unlocked it. Alright, I'm not going to do that tonight then. Bird woman? Which one's the bird woman? The one whose husband died.
It's getting cold.
Good night, officer.
I think that's going to be it for me tonight, though. We managed to finish another night, so we're still on the 2 streams a day, which I think is a decent pace, so save. But yeah, I won't be back tomorrow. Like I said in Discord, my mom lied to me. I was supposed to be going to visit her for dinner, because she said yesterday, she said tomorrow, which would have been today, but she meant Friday. So I'll be having dinner with my mom tomorrow. Let's raid, man. I don't even remember how to raid. Just slash raid man, I think. Yeah, I can do that. Alright. That's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a good night.